March 7th. My little boy has died. He was hit by a truck on his way home from school. He died on impact. I was told that it wasn't the truck driver's fault. Josh just wasn't paying attention and he walked out into the road, and before he knew it, he was rolling down the road, crumpled up like a bag of rocks, dead as a doorknob. I knew I shouldn't have given Joshy that goddamn iPhone. He's too easily distracted. I know it wasn't the truck driver's fault he died, but I can't help but hate him nonetheless. He killed my little boy. I've been poring through his backpack. When he left us, he had an advanced algebra book, 7th grade, and he was already better than his old man at math. A grammar book, he was really good at that too. Got 4th place on a spelling bee last year. He may not have won any prizes, but I was so goddamn proud of him. He also had a geography book somewhere, but it wasn't in his bag. He always lied to me about his grades in that class. Little scoundrel. Lastly, his lunch bag with nothing but his carrots, of course. He never did eat his vegetables. I told him he should, but he had quite a sweet tooth. If it didn't taste like sugar refinery got spilled on it, it was just too bitter for him. March 10th. I started seeing a therapist today. My ex suggested I should. She's pretty shaken up too. She wasn't the greatest mother, but I'd be damned if I said she didn't care for Joshua as much as I did. March 11th. I told my therapist about the journal I've been keeping. She said that it's good that I'm doing this and that it's not uncommon. She says that when people's lives are spinning out of control, that keeping a diary can help keep our thoughts in order. March 13th. I just realized I'd gone a full hour without crying about my boy. Realizing that, of course, made me break down again. Is that a good or a bad thing? I'll have to talk to my therapist about that. March 15th. I got a hold of my therapist. She asked why I didn't cry about him, and I told her it was because I forgot that he was gone. I had just gotten back into the mindset that he was just in the other room for the first time since he died. And when I realized he wasn't, it crashed back down on me like he just died again. She told me it was normal, that feelings can be just as much of a habit as anything else. That's somewhat comforting. I felt almost selfish for not mourning him anymore. March 20th. My therapist says that I need to stop thinking about him all the time. I told her that the only time I get out of bed is to eat every other day or go to these therapy sessions, and she said that mourning is natural, but my coping mechanisms aren't healthy. I don't know, maybe they aren't. I should get a hobby. March 25th. I've taken up wood carving. Nothing special. Just taking sticks and using a pocket knife to whittle them down to a fine point. It's not much, but it gets me out of bed in the morning and keeps my mind off Josh long enough to get some food in me every day. God, I miss him so much still. March 27th. 23 little sticks now. It almost makes me proud to see the pile grow. Only question is, how am I going to get rid of all these wood shavings? March 28th. 63 sticks. I'm getting pretty good. I've gotten to the point where I can whittle down a stick as thick as my forearm to a fine point in just under an hour. Haven't thought about Joshy for a while. April 2nd. My therapist called me earlier today. She's wondering why I hadn't been coming in for a while. April 2nd. My therapist called me earlier today. She was wondering why I hadn't been coming in for a while. I told her I was feeling better and that I had been carving sticks into fine points to keep myself busy. She sounded worried when I told her I had carved a little over 500 sticks now. but I told her that she said I needed to get my mind off Jake, and that's exactly what I'm doing. April 5th. My pocket knife broke. I desperately searched my house for another knife sharp enough for whittling, but I couldn't find one. I felt thoughts of Josh seep back into my mind again like an infectious ooze. I started whittling a stick down with my fingernails. It hurts. It hurts so bad, but nothing hurts more than thinking about Joshy. April 7th. My fingers have gone numb, thank God. I'm down to the last of my fingernails. The damn things keep chipping off. All I have left is my 2 index fingers and a pinky. I miss having my thumbs. They whittled so well. If I run out of fingers, I'll have to start using my teeth. April 8th. I'm down to my pinky finger. My hands are a mess of cracked skin, scraped bones, and splinters. My thumb has begun to ooze pus and congealed blood. I accidentally squeezed it too hard against the stick earlier, and it sprayed some of its juice into my right eye. It really hurt. I hope I don't go blind. April 10th. My right eye has swollen shut. It leaks the same ooze that my hands do, and it hurts like hell. I can't type anymore. My hands are a swollen mess. Luckily, my computer has a text-to-speech software on it, though. I started using my teeth to carve the sticks. My front tooth cracked a couple of hours ago. It hurts almost as bad as my hands do. Speaking of my hands, they are constantly leaking a foul-smelling ooze now. I did not know humans could contain so much liquid. April 11th. My right eyelid finally reopened today. The rush of pus falling out onto my already stained clothes was almost magical. I had stopped even realizing how much pressure was inside of there when it finally popped open. Unfortunately, it would appear that my right eye has rotted away, leaving only a nerve ending hanging out of my drooping, stretched eyelids. April 12th. What was left of my front teeth fell out a couple hours ago, leaving only splinters inside where the teeth used to be. I had been pushing inwards into my mouth with the stick when they finally gave way, and I ended up stabbing that dangly bit in the back of my mouth. It hurts a lot more than I thought it would. April 14th. Thank Christ for molars. There are some tough little teeth. All my teeth are gone except for them. The little dangly bit had been leaking the same pus as my hand and eye were leaking, but way faster. I can feel the back of my throat swell up. April 16th. I realized that I was so distracted by whittling the sticks that I hadn't even looked at my hands in days. I was surprised to see most of my fingers had fallen off my left hand and onto the ground. My pinky was pasted to my left trouser sleeve. When I peel it off, the skin came off the bone, revealing a blackened, rotting inside to match the pale, necrotic outside. I attempted to take the bone off, but it crumbled in my hand. I suppose the same fate awaits for my right hand. No matter, my teeth can still whittle. April 19th. No, God, no. My last molar fell out. I can't whittle anymore. My hands have rotted away and I have nothing to hold them to use my feet. If I don't start soon, I'll start thinking about... I don't remember why I started doing this. I've forgotten whoever made me do this. Does that mean it worked? All the whittling has fixed me? I'm not sad anymore. 23,000 sticks in one room is all it took. I can go live my life now. April 21st. The door is blocked. I have covered the walls top to bottom in sharp sticks. My arms have rotted to their elbows and I'm too weak to move any of them. I'm finally healthy and now I'm trapped in this damned room with all these fucking sticks. This is where I die. Maybe I'll remember why I did this when I pass on. April 22nd. This is it. The back of my throat has been leaking pus into my lungs for a couple days now. I tried my best to get rid of it by coughing it up, but I give up. Every exhale causes another sputtering, gurgling cough, and a brand new spatter of infectious ooze to stain my shirt. I feel my lungs rotting away. Everything around me is coated in my sickness. I stopped noticing the smell days ago, though. I've got to count my blessings, I suppose. June 7th. It hurts. It hurts so much.